is a scroll saw, and like the band saw, it allows us to make curved cuts. But the scroll saw has two distinct advantages. Number one, the blade is much smaller, so we can make much sharper turns. And if you get good at it, you can also cut right on your line, and there's very little sanding to be done. On the scroll saw, there's two main settings you need to look at on a regular basis. When you first step up to the machine, always set the hold down foot. That's right here. And that needs to be set because the blade goes up and down. If you do not set that up against your workpiece, it will want to pick up your piece. So put your piece in from the back. You can loosen this knob here. Just let the hold down foot rest on it. This blade guard here, the blade should be centered halfway between, then lock down the knob. The other setting is the speed that it goes up and down. If you want your feed rate to be pretty fast, if you don't have too much detail, you could turn the speed up. If you have something pretty intricate and you need to move slowly to get it right, then you can afford to turn the speed down. If you're wondering what this is over here, this actually blows air where you're working, otherwise you'll get sawdust buildup, potentially covering up your line. Like I said, with the scroll saw, you're probably better off cutting right next to your line as opposed to the band saw where you want to stay off your line and then sand to the line. If you get good and you can stay right up against your line, there'll be very little sanding to be done with a scroll saw. So better to be accurate and cut it right where you want it. So on the scroll saw, these thin little blades have to work hard, so you may find that as your board may begin to burn or just doesn't want to cut very quickly, you may need to replace the blade. So first just check and make sure that there's another one over here, and then you can lift up on this lever, pop out the blade out the front, push down on this red little lever in the bottom, and then you can pull out that blade. You'll want to give this to me so I can replace it. Then take the new one, identify, make sure that the teeth go down and face forward. And then you can slide it in there, pop it in the bottom first. Then take the blade, push it tight to the back. And then you can go ahead and lock that lever in.